to my channel. It's your girl Lyrica, and today I'm super excited to bring you a video with Heavenly Beauty Boutique. They came out with their first makeup launch, and it is this palette. They have two highlighters and they have some brushes. So back in February, before COVID started, I did a makeup competition at this makeup store, and Heavenly Beauty Boutique, I actually won first place. So they reached out to me and wanted me to do a review on their makeup palette. So I was super honored to do this review and makeup tutorial for them. So I'm gonna get right into the review and talk about their brushes. These are some of their brushes that I just used. Amazing. Like, they came out with 15 brushes. There's 9 eye brushes and 6 face brushes. Absolutely amazing. So if you guys want to see the tutorial on how to get this look, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's dive right in. I'm gonna start with my e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Face Primer. So I'm really excited to use one of the brushes for foundation. The brushes are not named, but the brushes are really nice. But this brush reminds me of the Fenty, I don't have that brush with me right now, but this reminds me of the Fenty foundation brush. So I'm gonna use that brush today, using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade 335 Classic Tan for anyone who is my complexion. I'm gonna do just a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm gonna take my brush and let's see. Ooh, how this goes on. This goes on really nice with this brush. And because I want a little bit more fuller coverage, I'm going to dab it in instead of swiping to get that more full coverage look. Okay, so for concealer, you guys have seen me do this so many times. We're gonna use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. One in the shade Deep Caramel, and then the other one in Medium Beige. Deep Caramel I use in the center. Now the next thing that I'm really excited to use is they have a brush. It's kind of just like the foundation brush, but it's angled. It's angled, so I felt like it would be perfect for a cream contour moment. So we are going to go in with Rich Ebony concealer, and I'm just going to take just the slightest bit, because you guys know that this can go from 0 to 100 real quick. So literally just that tiny dab, and I'm gonna use, again, this angled face brush, and I am just going to use that to dab ever so slightly. I'm always so careful with this concealer because it's so pigmented. I'm also going to take whatever I have left on the brush, and I'm going to blend that down just to kind of blend out that concealer that we put on the forehead. Now I'm going into my Morphe powder, and I'm going to dip my sponge in the powder and set the under eye. Now I'm going to try hard to use all of the brushes that I have so that I can do like a proper full review on it. So yeah, but I don't have a brush to wipe off the powder, so I'm just going to go in with what I already have. Okay, so now that all that powder is wrapped away, I'm just gonna go in and bronze a little bit, and I'm going to use, I feel like this brush would be more suitable for blush, so I'm just gonna use a brush that I already have. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M527 brush. Okay, like I said, I did want to use this brush to specifically contour my nose, so I'm going to go in with this same bronzer color. This is from Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Wet Shady Beaches, and I'm going to use the angled brush that's in this collection and get some of that on the brush, and I'm going to contour my nose with that. So I'm going to start right at the top part of my nose, and this brush is perfect because it hugs exactly where your nose contour needs to fall in line at. You can even flip the brush up and flick it into the starting point of your brow to give you that really defined contour that you're looking for. Yeah, pretty snatched with the brushes so far, so I'm really happy about that. So I am going to start off using the palette. I'm so excited. I kind of already know what I'm going to do, so let's just get into it. I'm going to start with priming my eyes first with some concealer. I did notice that with these brushes, there's not a lot of blending brushes, which is fine, but I would prefer more blending brushes. So this was one of the only blending brushes that they had. So I am going to, I believe first I want to pack on this color. So let's see, let's go in with, because these brushes, I feel like they are the same. So let's just go in with this one, and I'm gonna go into the shade Daddy, which is this red right here. And it picks up a lot on the brush. It kind of looks pink on camera, but it's definitely red. And I'm going to start stamping that. Oh, wow. Was not expecting that. We're gonna start stamping that all on the outer part of the eye. And I am noticing some fallout, so let me actually take a little bit of powder and act as a barrier for the eyeshadow to catch the fallout. I'm actually really surprised at the pigmentation of this shadow, especially red, because red eyeshadows are so hard to formulate. But this is picking up really good, better than most eyeshadows that are on the market. So I'm really surprised at that. We're also gonna take that and put that on the inner corner of the eye. And we're not blending just yet. I'm just gonna place that color down. So we are gonna do a halo eye, as you can see. Now, again, because there's not a blending brush, that this is not one that I would use as of yet. Well, let's just try it out. We'll try it out. And I'm just going to blend the edges. So I'm just going to pack that back in. Because once you do blend, you do lose a little bit of that color. So you just want to add that back in and then blend it back out. Now, using one of the cleaner brushes, I'm just going to, not cleaner, but nothing on the brush. I'm just going to blend out that red eyeshadow even more. Actually, let's go into the shade Get It Girl, which is this shade right here. I'm gonna go into that and blend that red shade out. Oh yeah, that worked perfectly. Okay, so now that I have the red eyeshadow blended out on both eyes, I know I look crazy, but I promise you gotta trust the process and it's going to come together. I promise, I promise, I promise. So the next thing that I'm going to use is actually a shade from the Makeup Forever Flash palette. And I'm gonna go into this red right there, and I'm gonna use that to prime the inner or the eyelid part of the eye. So let's actually have a brush. I'm gonna go in with this synthetic brush, synthetic crease brush. It's like a small, like dual fiber brush, and I'm just gonna go into this red. I use this brush a lot when I do like Halloween makeup, but we are gonna put that red right in the center here. I'm gonna go into the shade Stone, which is this pretty shade right here. It's kind of like stone, so perfect color or perfect name, but it's kind of like a pretty like reddish brown copper color. So we are going to put that right in the center, and oh my god, it's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. Kind of clean off this brush right here, the blending brush that we used, and I'm gonna go into this brown shade that's in the palette called Snatched, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna use that to deepen up the inner and outer corner of the eye, just to, ooh, this is really pigmented, just to give it a little bit of dimension. And you don't want to disrupt the color that we put down there on the lid. You kind of just want to blend that right in. Go in even deeper, and I'm just going to slightly pick up that black shade. This is in the shade called Tax Money, and black can go left really fast, you guys. So I'm just going to take the most tiniest bit on the tip of this brush, and even like gonna dab some off, and just to deepen that up just a tad more. My Morphe M506 brush, Snatched again, which is that brown shade that we put on the outer corner. To blend out Snatched, I'm gonna go in with the shade right here, K-Bye. I'm gonna go in with that on the same brush just to blend out that Snatched color, that brown color that we just put down. Okay, so that's it for the eyes. I'm gonna brush this powder off. I'm going to add some lashes, and we'll continue with the rest of the day. So y'all know when the lashes come on, it's about to get serious, right? I'm just letting y'all know. So we're gonna go back in with that same foundation brush that we used at the beginning, and because this brush was so good, I know it's gonna be good for a cream blush. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do kind of like a monochromatic look. I'm gonna go in with this burgundy shade. This is from e.l.f. I'm even gonna go one step further and just blot it on the back of my hand and see how much comes off. And we're just gonna pop that at the top of the cheek. Okay. I'm really excited to use the highlighters. There's this gold one, and then there is a rose gold one. So I'm gonna go in with the rose gold one, and I'm gonna use their highlighting brush for this. So I'm gonna get some on here. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, I did swatch these. They came out just so beautifully. So I'm going to get some of that, and let's see how this goes on the face. So I'm just gonna go in with this lip brush that they have in the brush collection as well, and get some of that on the brush to highlight the nose. That's a really pretty highlight. I thought it would be too light for my skin tone, but it's actually working. I love it. Okay, so last but not least is to top it off. I'm going to top this off with the Milani Keep It Full Lip Plumper. This is in the shade Champagne. So final thoughts, I absolutely loved the palette. Amazing pigmentation for the price. This palette is only $21, $21.99. The highlighters are gorgeous. As you can see, they're very, very subtle, super, super gorgeous. And the brushes performed like amazing. They performed so well. Only thing I wish is that they had more blending brushes. So maybe like for next time you guys come out with more blending brushes, but I honestly like have nothing else to say bad about this collection. It's really, really nice for their first makeup collection and their launch, and I just want to say congratulations to you guys. If you guys want to get their products, I will link everything that I use down below. They do in-store shopping. I do know that it's you know, COVID outside, COVID-19's outside, so they do in-store shopping. They do local deliveries from what I saw on their Instagram, and we'll just link everything down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you guys are subscribed because I'm in Vlogmas mode. So every day until December 25th, you guys are getting a new video. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.